Hello, hello. Welcome back to Mind Your Hormones. I'm so excited to be here. It's so exciting because I'm recording in my office right now and I've never had an office before and I'm super excited about it. Apologize for the echo because there's nothing in here still. So it's super echoey, but it's all good. I cannot wait to just have this little chat with you because I think it's just like really important to see the other side of things when we're talking about fertility and just like my beliefs around it. And I just like have a feeling this is going to help one of you a lot, maybe you specifically. So if you're someone who right now is in a waiting period of you've been trying to conceive, maybe you just ovulated, you had sex and you're waiting to see if it's going to be a positive pregnancy test, maybe you've been trying for months or years, like this is really who this episode is for. And just from some backstory, I am a mother. I have a daughter. She is 3 months old. Her name is Madison. So I do not, of course, this is not coming from the lens of like minimizing how heartbreaking it is to try to get pregnant for months and years and not happen. I personally did not have that experience. So I will never sit here and say that I know what that feels like. We did get pregnant on the very first try, and I always am very open and vocal about that because it wasn't supposed to be easy for us. I have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which you probably know. I went a decade with an irregular period. I went a full 2 years without a period. I wasn't ovulating for the majority of my life. You're always told like, oh, just go on birth control. And then once you get off birth control and you want to have kids, just do Clomid or IVF or whatever it is. And that was just not a good enough answer for me. So I went down the rabbit hole, went back to school for holistic nutrition, learned how to heal myself. Now I'm here teaching you how to do it because it worked for me. But I put in years and years and years of dedication to my nutrition, to my lifestyle, to all of that, which is why it happened so easily, which is part of the reason, right? The other part of it is, of course, the sperm quality, my husband's health. And the other part of it is what we're talking about today, which is like the energetic and the spiritual side of things, right? Because it's not just about food and lifestyle and your partner's sperm quality. I believe there's so much more to that. And that's kind of what we're talking about today. Like, I really believe, this is my full belief, and whether you believe in God, the universe, Buddha, it doesn't matter, right? This does not matter. My belief is that your baby chooses you as their mother. Like, I really believe that the soul of your child is alive in, the heavens or wherever you want to call it, before they actually enter your body. Like, I believe that soul is out there and that's going to come into your body and then be earthside your child. I believe you and your current or your future baby, you're destined to be together. Like, I really, truly, truly believe that. I remember feeling the energy of Madison's soul before I ever was pregnant. I'll distinctly remember we were in our old place. I was meditating on my meditation pillow, and I was just like, all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, like I just like felt her. And we didn't even know if it was a boy or girl until she came out of my vagina. We did not find out, but I knew without a shadow of a doubt that she was a girl. Like, I just knew it. I knew her. Like, I knew who she was. It's just the weirdest thing. Everybody was like, you're having a boy because of how you were carrying, because of how I was carrying, during pregnancy. And I was like, no, I'm not. Like, I just knew with certainty that it was a girl, because of that like soul connection that we had and that like feeling of her coming into my body. Like, I literally felt, before I even like confirmed I was pregnant, I just like felt her soul. And as what I do, I'm a holistic nutritionist. I support my clients with, improving their fertility for pregnancy. Of course, I know that me getting pregnant, a lot of it had to do with the food and lifestyle choices. And like that's what I work on with my clients for the ability to conceive. But the food and the lifestyle, they're literally medicine, right? Like, food is medicine, lifestyle is medicine, supplementation is medicine, but it's not the entire picture. I really believe the spiritual, energetic side to pregnancy is just as important, just like everything else in life. And that, like, if you're missing that piece of it, then you could be missing like that one puzzle piece to really help you move over that hump of getting that positive pregnancy test. Because we have to recognize that there is a spiritual, energetic side to everything. And I really believe that the soul of your baby is just waiting for the exact perfect time to come to you and to be part of your family. And they're choosing your family. They're choosing you because you're the perfect mother for them, because their soul's journey, their soul's path has to be played out exactly the way it's meant to, because of the way you're going to mother them, because of the challenges you're going to experience, because of the mistakes you're going to make with them, because of the beautiful life you're going to give them. Like, because of all of it, I really believe all the mistakes we make, all the challenges we have, all the triumphs, like all of it is that soul's journey, that soul's purpose. And they chose you because their soul is meant to experience that in this life. And I really believe that your baby soul is waiting for you. It's waiting for the perfect time to come to you and eventually be Earthside. And that timeline may be different than what you actually want. Of course, like, again, I'm not minimizing how heartbreaking it can be to try and get pregnant for months or for years, and if for not happen, to see other people, saying that they're pregnant, to see gender reveals, to see all these things. Like, I'm not minimizing that heartbreak at all. But can you tap into the idea that this waiting period you're currently experiencing could be some form of a blessing in disguise for you, could be for part of the greater whole, the soul's purpose? Like, can you look at it from the lens that your baby is presenting this waiting period as an opportunity for you to learn more about your body? Because of this waiting period you're experiencing, maybe that is what's making you dive deeper into your nutrition. Maybe that's what's making you be the healthiest mother you're going to be, and then pass that on to them. If you didn't have this waiting period, maybe that wouldn't happen. Maybe you wouldn't have changed your lifestyle or your nutrition. Maybe you wouldn't have this knowledge that you're having and you're seeking out right now, if you're listening to this podcast, to support yourself, that's then going to support your child. Like, can you tap into that idea that this is an opportunity that this baby soul is presenting to you, and that you have to go through this because you're becoming a better version of yourself in the process of it, to become the healthiest version of you, physically, mentally, emotionally. Maybe this is the opportunity for you to realize just how resourceful you are, how resilient you are, how determined and how persistent you are to do what is required for you to enhance your fertility, physically, mentally, emotionally, all of it. Like, if you're in this waiting period right now, can you just tap into this idea, and can you tap into your baby's soul and just like see what lesson you think that they want you to experience? What's the opportunities they're presenting to you in this waiting period? Is it that they're presenting the opportunity to strengthen your mind and to strengthen your belief in something greater than yourself, right? Because when we're going through something difficult, whether that is a waiting period to get pregnant, whether that is a struggle in your relationship, whether that's grieving someone that you lost, like whatever it is, there's always a lesson to be learned. There's always an opportunity for us to handle things in a certain way, and really allow ourselves to grow through it, instead of just like succumb to like the woes of it type of thing. I never use those words. I don't know where that came from, but here we are. But that's really like, can you just tap into that? Do a meditation. Actually, I'm going to link below a meditation that I actually pulled from one of my programs, Activate Your Fertility, which I'm actually running and super intimate right now with only 4 people. I don't know if by the time you listen to this, if there will be any spots available or not, but you could always message me about it. It's like, super, it's pretty much like one-on-one, but with 3 other women with you to help you like have some community on this journey. But anyway, this besides the point. I pulled a meditation from that Activate Your Fertility program as I wanted to live on the podcast. So you could do this meditation. I'm going to put it below. Can you do that meditation, or just any meditation? And then can you really just tap into the energy of your baby's soul and just like kind of feel it, and just ask like, what is the lesson you want me to learn? What is the opportunities that you are presenting with me right now? How can I support your soul's journey to coming into my body? Like, that's really what I want you to ask yourself and to practice. So I'll put that link below. And can you just hold on to the energy and hold on to the belief that your baby soul is there? Your baby soul is already alive, quote unquote, in a spiritual realm, on a spiritual level. They're there on an energetic level, and they're choosing you. They've already chose you. It's like they know that your baby soul chose you and your husband. Like, they're coming into your body. They're coming to you at the exact perfect timing, in the exact perfect way. It might not look the way that you want it to look. It may not look at the timeline that you want it to look at. But can you just hold onto that belief and know, like, okay, I know my baby soul is there. I know they're coming to me. I know it's happening in the exact perfect timeline. I'm going to release the expectation. I'm going to release the timeline. Easier said than done, I know. But can this be a daily practice that you do? Because this is only going to bring you closer to that end result of getting pregnant. And it's just going to help you, support you mentally in the process, which of course we want that, because we know how your mind works. Your thoughts, your beliefs translates into your cells, which obviously affects you physically, right? Not only just mentally and emotionally. So Your baby is on their way and they're choosing you because you're the perfect mother for them. And I want you to remember that once you actually have your baby as well. You're the perfect mother for them because they chose you. I really, truly, truly, truly believe this. I hope this resonates with you. If this does resonate with you, please DM me or share this and tag me. Send this to someone who you know who's maybe trying to conceive. And again, I do not want to minimize the pain that you can be experiencing from going through infertility struggles. Again, I have not had that experience, so I cannot say that I know how that feels. I will never sit here and say that, but I do know that tapping into this idea can only help alleviate some of that and can help lift you up. And that is my intention with this episode. So I love you so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Please let me know if this resonated with you. I'm sending you so much love on your journey, and I will talk to you soon.